Joining me now, Hana Abaza, co-founder and CEO of Wedding Republic. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Good, thank you. All right, so this is a bit of a more modern spin on that traditional registry.
Yes, it definitely is.
Why did you want to create the website?
Well, couples getting married today are very different than couples getting married a decade ago. Over 70% of them are living together. A lot of them aren't really getting what they need from a traditional registry.
Right.
And to be honest, a lot of times traditional registries are a little bit of a pain in the butt for guests. So we figured we'd do something about that with Wedding Republic.
Okay, so how does it work?
Well, traditionally a registry is at a big box store, right? You go in, you have a scan gun, you register for all sorts of things. And, you know, typically you find items like toasters and tea towels and sometimes little knickknacks like this lovely candy bowl, which looks like something my grandmother had. Like I was saying before, a lot of couples don't need that stuff. If they've been living together, they have it, right?
Most people have a toaster.
Exactly, and tea towels. And at the end of the day, what kind of things do you want and need? Well, with Wedding Republic, they can actually create a registry and, you know, instead of actually showing the landing page, I'm going to skip over here and I'm going to show you a sample of what a registry looks like.
Okay.
So, totally customizable. The couple can come on, they can leave a message for the guests, throw a picture of them. The best part though is that they can actually register for anything. They can register for their honeymoon, their house down payment, dinner for two. The great part of this is when you click on it, you can split up expensive gifts into puzzle pieces so guests can actually chip in and buy a piece of the puzzle, and something a little bit more affordable for the guests, but it still chips into the overall picture for the couple. So it's kind of nice for them that way. At the end of the day, it's a win-win situation. Couple gets what they really want. Guests get sort of a fun, easy, online, don't have to go to the store, meaningful way to give.
Very refreshing. And some of my close friends have gotten married, and they have said to me, honestly, Sarah, I could really just use cash.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's it. And as much as you know, maybe it's awkward to say that to your guests. Look, the gifts are nice. It's a good thought, but realistically, all I really want is the cash.
Yeah.
This is a roundabout way of doing that.
You know what? It completely is. And when we first thought of Wedding Republic, we started talking to couples, and we're like, well, you know, what kind of stores do you really want from? All of that stuff. And they just looked at us and they said, we really would prefer cash. We'd like to, you know, buy a home. We'd like to go on a trip. We'd like to do this. And this kind of solves. The couple wants cash, so we're going to do that for them, but the guest really wants a meaningful way to give. They want to see what their cash is going towards. So with Wedding Republic, you kind of get best of both worlds.
Plus, it's kind of fun the way that you're purchasing the puzzle pieces.
Yeah, it is actually kind of fun playing with the puzzle pieces. We had a good time with that when we were building it.
So different things that you can register for apart from sort of honeymoons and first homes. What else have you got?
Let me show you. I mean, here we've got some more popular items. Honeymoons, first homes, dinner for two is really popular. You know, your favorite wines, home renovations. You can even register for an iPad, a hardcore espresso machine. I know that's definitely what I would be registering for.
And these are things that the couple has selected.
Totally. So what happens is when the couple goes on the site, there's almost a database of gifts, a bunch of suggestions we've made for them, or they can upload their own. So it's totally customizable. So if they actually know which house they want to buy, they can upload a photo of that particular house.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, it's really great.
So now have you selected different vendors to work with, or are the people actually choosing, you know, it's iPad and they're just putting the price?
Yeah, it's totally up to the couple. That way they have the flexibility to get the best price point. They have the flexibility to wait to buy that big screen TV until they actually move into their house.
Right.
They have a lot of leeway there.
Okay, now you and I have been talking about how the couple is selecting items to put on the registry.
Absolutely, I'm so glad you brought that up. So we wrote a blog post last year. It's probably one of the most popular posts called Stop Registering with Your Mom. And I love my mom. Everybody loves their mom.
Of course, but you're not living with your mom.
But you're not living with your mom. That's just it. And a registry is not just a gift list. It's really a foundation. It's everything the couple needs to build their future together. And you know what? They're both going to be involved in that future, so they both need a say. The last thing you want is, you know, a crystal punch bowl and a set of tea towels that really aren't going to be used, aren't really needed, or might be sitting on a shelf collecting dust, right?
Yes. And I would imagine that quite often you get a lot of gifts that, that you don't necessarily need. Great idea. Definitely. Okay, so you can go to weddingrepublic.com for all of the information. If you want to follow Hana and the group on Twitter, they're at Wedding Republic. Thanks so much for coming in today.
No problem. Thank you.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
You too.
Very innovative idea. Definitely a very good decision if you're heading to or planning your upcoming nuptials.